Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for December the 8th, or no, December 10th, I should say. The snowstorm's here. They're calling for something like a 16, well, they're 30 centimeters of snow, so that's just over a foot, 14 inches of snow. It's going to be a good snowstorm too. It's been blowing like crazy. It's actually just letting up a little bit right now. So the Doug, back. The fence is on, Dougie. I'm gonna turn the fence off here. So the touchscreen might do some weird things on us here. Oh, that's close. Well, let's go inside actually before I do my chores. I did a ton of work yesterday. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I worked till it was dark last night. Oh, here, I can't even open the gate here. Hang on, guys. I'm using trying to do delicate jobs with my broken hand. Doesn't always work. All right. So this, yes, I did a ton of work. I worked till the dark last night, and I was beat, absolutely wiped out. But I had to get everything done for the ducks, and Doug is going around. He's looking for some hard nuggets to chew down on. Oh, he must have run around the corner. Oh. It's going to be a good storm too. But the ducks are outside in the nasty weather here, so I want to go in and see what they've done in here. Oh, he's dropping a load right in the duck pen. All right, what's going on in here? Oh, like I thought, the Muscovies would be in here. It doesn't look like... Oh, we got an egg! Oh, God. Doug, leave the ducks alone. Oh, I gotta get this egg here. I don't know if that's a Muscovy egg or a Pekin egg. Oh, it's a nice big... It's a big one, too. But I think that's a Pekin egg. So that's... Oh, Doug's he's going nuts here. Too bad I didn't have the pivot heads on. I'd be doing a little better filming job here than all over the place. Okay, Doug's gone back outside. How much feed we got in here? Oh, I gotta fill her up. They were not a lot of action here last night, but last night was really a warm night because of the storm that was blowing in. I actually was above zero. It just now dropped down. It's -4 right now. So it's it's more of the wind anything right now than the cold. Just gonna do a walk around, make sure everybody's all right. Doug is the best. He walks through the pen and gets them all walking for me, so I can tell if anybody's hurt. Because if I don't go around and check, a hurt duck will just lay there on the ground. But Doug is the perfect. And look at him. He goes through. He's not chasing them. He's just making them move. And actually, they're flapping wings he doesn't like. All right, Doug, let's go in the barn. We're going to go to the barn, and I don't see any eggs out here. So I'm going to go to the barn. I got that egg in my pocket. I just don't want to forget about that. Oh, I can hear Doug yawning. He's all excited. He was so funny last night. Yesterday, and of course the pivot heads let me down. I had them on, and I was recording some things while I was working. And of course, wouldn't you know it, Doug did an epic funny thing while I was cleaning out the barn. And the pivot heads shut off in the middle of the recording. Oh, they make me so mad. Unfortunately, I don't have any other equipment that I can wear on my head. Oh, holy mackerel, that wind is crazy. All right, what do we got in here? I'll just... Oh, we had some ducks going up here. Look at this. Muscovy must have went up here. No. This one, that one's untouched, that one's untouched. Oh, someone made a nest down there. Oh, another Muscovy. So the Muscovies are jumping up onto the second level. Well, let's see, this nest, is there an egg in it? No. No egg. There's only one egg today. I don't see any, no other eggs. Oh, there's 2 more eggs. Holy mackerels. Alright, I got 3 eggs. Oh, and they're big ones too. They gotta be Pekins. Look at the size of those. Look at that. Just want to show you guys. I got my pocket here, so I don't. Look at that. They're big eggs. They're like twice the size of a chicken egg. I'm gonna take those up to the house. All right. I'm gonna do my chores here. Do the water. Do the feed. Yep, this feed needs to be done too. She's down. So they ate a good whack of feed last night. But not a lot of action here packed down. But the storm's blowing in. We got a really nasty storm, like I said. So I got to do some electrical work. I'm not going to be able to, I'm gonna pre-wire all the fixtures that I'm putting up. But I'm not going to do any work outside today. The wind sucks trying to struggle working with this broken hand and nasty weather. Yesterday I took my my glove off and I did a little bit of work with my fingers. And I'm paying for it today. My hand's a little sore, so don't want to push it. Plus I found yesterday with all the work I did a ton of work, cleaning all the buildings out, resetting everything up, moving things around, dragging the remaining nesting boxes up, setting those up. I couldn't believe how wiped out I am today. I woke up this morning and my alarm went off at 5:30 and I turned it off. I did not want to get up. So my body's telling me to take it easy, so it won't be a lot happening today on the channel. But I'll throw the pivot heads on when I'm doing the chores just in case something happens, and throw the footage on for you guys so you can see the ducks while I'm doing the fill up and what shenanigans Doug pulled off today. Yesterday he did some really funny stuff. I was cracking. I had a smile from ear to ear the things he was doing. Unfortunately, pivot heads let me down. So strongly recommend you don't buy a pair. I can say that much. Doug's not a thing. He doesn't know what to think of this snow. I don't think Doug had a lot of experience to snow in his previous life. I think, yes, Doug, I know. Oh, you're so tall. All right, okay, so for my new viewers that have just joined the Duck Adventure, Doug wants to go in. And plus, he doesn't know what ice is. That's another thing I've noticed is that he does a lot of wiping out on the ice. He hasn't clued into what it is. He gets a little too excited. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys. Doug, when we first had the first snowfall there, just during the cull, and I didn't video it, and I don't think I even mentioned it. Doug seriously hurt himself. What happened was I was standing over there in front of the log pile, and Doug was over there on the yard, and I called him, and he ran across the yard in the snow full bore, all frisky because it's cool out. And I was about 20 feet in front of the log pile, and Doug, like he usually does, waits to the last minute to hit the brakes, and he pile drived right into the log pile and really hurt his back leg. He got over it a couple days, but he was limping. That was during the cull, so he was in the house, recovering. It was actually worked out good that he was locked in the house to recover. But he doesn't know the snow. He doesn't understand that it's slippery. He reminds me of a southern hemisphere car driver being exposed to the North froze. And you see the people that they move from a warm climate to the snow, and they just don't have a clue of what it's like. So I'm going to go do the chores now for the new viewers that don't know what my daily grind is here. So this is a heated garden hose sack, and it's the cat's meow. I'm telling you, 30 below, the hose still stays unfrozen. It only uses I think it's 100 watts of power, and it's on thermostat, so it doesn't use a lot of power. It might use 140 watts. I'm not too sure. I know it's not more than 140. It might even be 40, but I think it's 140. So basically, it's just a heated sack. All the heating elements on the front here, and the garden hose stays toasty warm inside, and it's not frozen, which is just it's perfect out in this climate. Now the manufacturer rates I think for 20 below Fahrenheit, but I know 30 below Celsius. With the wind howling off the lake last year, it was still working great. So now this here is a hydrant, and it is the actual water shut off is actually inside. They call it a wall hydrant. So I just basically put the garden hose on. Now you can't leave the garden hose connected to it because of the water will freeze, because there is no water actually on the outside of the hydrant. And this hydrant's been modified. Actually, I took it apart and I drilled it out bigger inside. To give me more flow. I actually made it 1/16 of an inch bigger in diameter because I didn't like how small it was when I got it. So it's been modified for high water flow for the Duck Adventure. Plus it's a 5/8 line inside on a ball valve, so there's less flow restriction. So it takes long enough to do this as it is, filling the bathtub, which is about 50 gallons of water every day. And I change the water every single day for the ducks. They get fresh water And the reason for that is because, you know, they are defecating in it. So it actually is, it's not too bad. It's not near as dirty as it used to be when there was 600 ducks in here. They get so excited. That dirty duck there, that female, look at her. She's courting to get done again. She's filthy dirty. I think that's the same duck from last year. You know, there was a couple females last year that were just little mill. You know what I'm talking about, but they couldn't get enough sex. They were always dirty. And there's one right there that's dirty. Here, I'm gonna hang this up. I'm trying to point with one finger, holding the thing up here. So that one there and that one there are really filthy. And they just, you know, they keep courting the males, wanting more sex. It's like they're just filthy and they want more. And anybody that's watched the show knows that a dirty duck is a duck that has sex lots. The geese seem to be better here since I got the second building last night. I watched them a little bit last night and they weren't as near as aggressive. So I don't know if it's because some of the ducks stayed in the shed last night and it took you know, some pressure off inside the barn. Every time, oh, there's that cross, that Peking duck that's a cross. Look at the black on her head. I think this is the first time that she's been on camera. She's a big female, and she's a crossbreed too. I'll try to get a little closer for you. Now, I don't know if she's a Muscovy cross or a Peking cross. She's probably a Peking because of her size, but I mean a Rouen. Another thing I noticed this year with the flock, they're doing a lot of hanging around at this end of the pen. Where last year they were hanging around at the front of the barn, and now they're hanging around down here. So look at those Dalmatian ducks down there. Oh, I don't have to. I like to get to zoom in on this disco duck. Definitely got a crown on its head. Everybody wants sex. All that noise you hear is female ducks trying to get the males to do them. All right, I'm gonna go get the feed. Hi, Dougie. Hi, Dougie. Oh, I know. This snow makes you all frisky. Hey, you're all frisky. Oh, you're such a silly dog. This is Doug helping me. Yesterday, this is what Doug does all the time, actually. I walk around, he holds my hand. He's so gentle. This dog, I absolutely trust any part of my body in his mouth. He has never even accidentally ever bit me. All right, Doug. We got a little bit of a mess in here from all the stuff I did yesterday, which I got to clean up today. So we got the feed here. Which now I'm feeding the ducks pellets because they can't free range. If they could free range, I would be feeding them, you know, the grain, but they're, oh, Doug, you're crazy. Oh, look, you're getting a little too excited now, Doug. You're making it hard to walk on slippery surfaces. All right. Come on, in you go. Everything's so frustrating. Yesterday, working with this hand, like I got this big glove on, and my cast is underneath it, and you know, when you can only have two fingers to use, and those 2 fingers, you know, are wrapped in a heavy leather glove. I'm frustrated. I think that's what a lot of my depression's coming from, is the frustration of being, you know, handicapped and everything I have to do. I'm not used to struggling. Alright, we'll go take the rest of the bag to the shed. Come on, Doug. We're done in here, but if you look at the temperature here, it's +2 is what it's reading. So +2 Celsius. I think the thermometer up at the house is -4. Well, we'll see over the shed what it is like outside. So it's +2 here in the barn. Actually, it'll be interesting to see what the temperature is. Actually, in the shed too, because there's a big temperature difference between the shed and the barn. Now I'll double lock this because of predators. I don't want to take the chance. You never know. Weasels, raccoons climbing the wall. They figure out how to use the latch. Predators get a little more, a little smart. Okay, Doug, now he's eating the bag. Okay, Doug. Okay, no, not the bag, Doug. Okay, Doug. Everything is a big game with you. Alright, you're making everything more difficult here, Doug. You're causing the film to go longer. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up so it's out. Okay, Doug. Okay, he's trying to take it right out of my hand here now. Okay, okay, Doug, we're spilling food all over the place. Oh, what a dog. He's so great. All the ducks are back in the shed here. So the temperature over here, it looks like it's -4. Yeah, -4. So it's -4 here outside. It's 2 degrees plus in the barn. And it's -2. Maybe -3 actually in the shed. So just to give you an idea, and it's really loud in here too. Doug got a little too excited there, and the female duck was in the corner, and he thought it was playtime, and he was doing the old leg thing, you know, jumping back and forth, and poor duck got a little bit rattled. Look how clean that male is. He's nice and white. That female's a little bit dirty. All right, let's get this feeder filled. Oh, my tennis elbow. So basically, guys, I'm going through, it's a bag of food every single day for the ducks, of the pellets, and which works out to, I think it's $16.80. Oh, I spilled some right there because of Doug. So that's what the ducks. It's so crazy if you think about it. You know, 73 waterfowl cost $16.80 to feed with the pellets, but yet, you know, I could feed 720 birds with local feed, you know, with the local grain, free ranging for $53 a day. You know, but egg production hasn't turned on yet. The ducks, some of the ducks are looking pretty rough. As in, like their feathers are starting to get really, really raggedy looking. So it's like they're going into a molt. So that would make sense why I'm not getting many eggs. Like today, only 3 eggs. So. Well, I'm not letting them out today because I'm not out. Yesterday, they were out all over the yard all day yesterday when I was working. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm working on some electrical stuff today. Because I'm changing the lighting configuration in the pen. One, I'm going to lower the power consumption and try to spread the light out even more. So, Goosely losing it over there. Oh. Alright guys, well, I'm going to wrap the hose up, and I won't bother showing you that. That's pretty basic. And that's my my chores when things go right on the duck adventure. Yesterday was a big chore day because I reconfigured everything. Mo keeps trying to fly, but he's not very good at it. The ducks are really horny. Unbelievable, actually. They're really cranking her up, but that makes sense because, you know, January last year is when we started getting eggs, and being that these are mature ducks, I think January I'm going to be seeing a lot of eggs coming out of these guys. They're going to go through their molt this month, and look out. The Muscovies, this is where the Muscovies like to lay. I threw some more straw underneath there, so it's a little deeper. A little thicker, a little more insulation for them. They got the, you know, the shed, they got the barn. You know, they got lots of places to go to get away from everybody. And like I said, this year it seems that they're, you know, roaming around the pen a lot more. They're not staying in one spot. Well, I'm gonna go and do some electrical work inside because I'm not gonna deal with this weather outside today. It's far too nasty. I think I lost my dog. Oh, there he is. Oh, he found some frozen nuggets. Doug. Oh, you. He loves nuggets. Well, it's been snowing all day, and it's not stopping here. It's about 4 o'clock right now. It's going to be dark here shortly. And the geese, once again, taking over the bathtub. I got a problem here. I don't know what I'm going to do. But the ducks don't want to even go. Doug, get back. Oh, almost go touch the fence. Doug, you're going to get whacked. I think it's the same goose, too. I think it's, something tells me it's one single goose that's a problem. It always seems to be the same one in the tub. They're, for some strange reason, they'd just rather be out in the snow today. It's not that cold. It's only about 4 degrees right now. I think there's a bunch of ducks in the barn, and I think there's some in the shed. They're scattered all over the place. But that goose is really big time into cleaning himself. I think it's a big male. I have to figure out how to sex these guys real soon here. Doug and I are just going to the freezer. I gotta, I took my cast off because I'm in the house, and I gotta be really careful I don't hit my finger sideways. I take it off when I'm in the house. It's brutal to wear all the time. Doug and I are just going to the freezer. I forgot I gotta get tomorrow's supper out. Plus I gotta get another bag of hearts for him. He's eating all the hearts. He's down to one. There's one bag left. I think it's about maybe about another 90 hearts, and he's eating all the hearts. So I've been baking them up for him, and he's loving them. So then I'm gonna get into the duck liver myself next. I'm actually looking forward to that, having a bunch of fried duck liver. Well, for some reason the ducks have all of a sudden just came outside, and it's a snowstorm. I'm just going to bed, and I looked out, and I can't believe the activity for this late at night. And of course they're all piled in the tub. It looks like we got a goose in there. Yeah. Oh no, no we don't. It looks like ducks. A goosely though. It's a winter wonderland tonight. So they're all hanging around in the barn and not going to there's no tracks going to the steel shed at all. Not a track anywhere down there. So everybody's in the barn and playing in the tub tonight during a snowstorm. Crazy ducks. I'm going to bed. I gotta dig myself out tomorrow. We got a bunch of snow.